Hey guys, Jay here. So, well, in this video today, we are back to the root of this freaking channel. So, this is my lazy Juggernaut for this patch. I will be AFKing wave 15 Simulacrum here. Right now, the current state of the character is already pretty good. I would say we are still lacking probably around 40-50% more damage if we want to squeeze out like the corruption and stuff like that, but that is going to be something in the future. Obviously, you can see I'm not using like a major blood or anything. The whole character here cost me around 35 divine-ish on every single piece of gear, and a lot of them is self-craft, which actually is self-craft is an exaggeration. I just used a couple of essences on a fractured item and then craft the last modifier. Basically, there is no like third step after that. So just essence, then craft on the crafting bench. For example, this thing, the body armor, just fractured life, and craft with the essence to get 10% reduce extra damage from critical per endurance charge. And the gloves here, kind of the same, just the essence for 30% more damage over time on a fractured life base armor gloves, and then just whatever decent stat I stop, and then I'll just get the last mod in. This is just a life resist, some intelligence helmet, and this thing, well, this thing is special. I'm going to talk about this thing, but it gives me permanent freaking adrenaline, right? Almost permanent now, and will be permanent very soon. So the shield here just comes straight out of the tree. It's pretty easy to actually get these kind of items, and they are pretty darn cheap. Maybe just resistances, just normal resistances is more common, but I have the maximum resistance as well, so it is something extra, right? I think maximum resistance is very, very good. Oh, damn it. Without resistance is like 40 chaos, 100 chaos. So yeah, we can totally survive without 2% maximum rest, by the way. Ducks here this league, also the 2 maximum life here is like 80 chaos as well, so not a lot. I also have the, let me just AFK in here and then I will bring up the gear again, right? So, Will Unitor, this is the ring that I talked about in the previous video on the physical damage stacking, and yeah, I'm using it for this build. My build is using Cast When Stun with this is Awaken Control Destruction, is like 120 chaos on level 5. I just get level 5 Corrupted for cheap because I want the Unnerve, so enemies take 10% more damage, which is pretty big, right? And Stormcore Trathus, this is currently level 19. There's no level 21 on the market at all, so I am even leveling like 6 of the Stormcore Trathus in the offhand here. So later I can just corrupt them all, right? Reap, level 21, 20 quality. Ideally, right, we can use Val Reap in here, and on single target, we can just press the Val Reap button once on the boss, and then we will have multiple stack of blood charge. But thanks to Rule 2, popularizing the Phys dot build, the Val Reap version of the Reap Gem level 21, 20 quality is insanely freaking expensive. It's like 10 div, and I'm okay with waiting for a little bit, and that's probably is like one of the last update that I would do on the character. So yeah, know that, right? We can have a lot of extra damage. Right now I have no blood charge. I simply just have the Reap here, no blood charge. And Awakened Brutality, still level 1, so no quality as well. Cruelty, 2120, it was 40 chaos, so I just buy it. I don't know when you buy it, how much it will be, but yeah, for me it was 40 chaos for 2120, so I just bought the 2120 anyway. For the gloves here, I am having Cast When Stunned with Exsanguinate and Control Destruction, Brutality. This is not awakened. You know, if I get awakened, it will get a few % more damage, but this is mainly for clear because we have a rune graph for chain as well, so that actually get the Exsanguinate to shoot to 10 target, and each of those is going to chain to another nearby target, so we can hit up to 20 different targets, so it clears pretty well. And I have it on the gloves here for 30% more damage over time, so it cleans up things better. For the helmet, I am having the auras in here, so just a level 20 pride. I just leveled it up in the last simulacrum. Generosity, because the aura, the pride aura does not affect our character, so this actually does not have any downside. It just gives straight non-curse aura from support skill have increased effect, which is really good. Determination and vitality. So determination obviously as high as possible, and vitality I just keep a level 2 here. Level 1 is okay, you know, whatever level it might require, but depending on how much mana you get left, just level 1 is okay, because I just want the vitality so I can get the life gain on hit mod from the jewel, from the Watcher's Eye, right? This is shield charge, life tap, faster attack because we cannot use mana. Flame dash, life tap. So yeah, I like the movement setup with shield charge and flame dash. But if you're okay with just one, then just use one. You can use this for like another cast when stun thing. This is Righteous Fire, so I just turn on a 1-link life Righteous Fire for the buff, and it gives me around 40% more damage. It could be 42% on maximum level. We don't care about quality, we don't care about the damage of the Righteous Fire itself, but it's just buff the damage of all the following skill, right, that we cast when stun, that I just showed you earlier. And the last gem setup is in the boots here with vulnerability as a curse, life tap, because we cannot cast vulnerability with aura, with mana, and tornado of elemental turbulence with cast when stun, obviously. So this thing just hit enemies multiple times per second. You can have up to 3 tornadoes. It guaranteed to hit enemies at least 4 times a second. So it will be 12 hits per second on one single enemy. On 2 enemies, it will be 24 hits per second. And you know, if there's more, there's like probably like hundreds of hits per second from just the freaking tornado. And it works really well with the Watcher's Eye mod of gain life on hit. If you use a vitality, right? So that is the reason why I use those. So yeah, that is the wave 15. Now, it is not the fastest, obviously, because we still can have a lot of damage from more gem levels, from corruption, from all those things. Maybe I can just fine-tune the jewels a little bit more, get more levels, so I can get more like physical damage. Here is 1 point that I can get for a lot of freaking physical damage, 24% more, which is really good, right? So there's a lot of things that we can still do for the build. We can get just, yeah, more level and the character becomes stronger. We can get a lot of tattoo as well, because each of these strength point can actually becomes a tattoo. We can get up to like 20 tattoo for physical damage. I think it is going to be pretty incredible because of how we scale the Will of Unator aura, right? So each point can be 5%, I think 5% physical damage, or 6%, I don't remember exactly, but the tattoo could give you global physical damage, which is going to work with the Will Unator, right? On the gear, the last pieces of items that I didn't mention is the Defiance of Destiny. This is just a like MTX skin. It is Defiance of Destiny, right? So very obvious for Castman stun build, for tanky build, that is not like blocking. So you take all the damage, and therefore Defiance of Destiny is just absolutely insane. By the way, for the price tag of a low roll versus a high roll Defiance of Destiny right now, on average, it is much cheaper to buy a non-corrupt Defiance of Destiny of any role, the cheapest one you can buy, and then just divine it yourself. I divine this one myself. It took me 3 divine to actually get to maximum roll on the 20% of missing unreserved life before being hit. So you can be lucky, you can be unlucky. If you don't want to gamble, just buy, you know, anything that is like 17% or above. I think it's more than good enough. Maybe even 15% is okay if you have already a lot of other layers of defenses. However, I kind of want to run like less recovery mod on map. I kind of want to run no life regen on map, so I want to get like all the sources of recovery to be as good as possible. So therefore, I invested into the Defiance of Destiny over here, right? And it paid off. I bought the low roll one, and I just used 3 divine. It got really good roll actually, except for the life roll is mid, below mid, but you know, everything else is really freaking good. So Valerium, I get bleeding cannot be inflicted, and pride increase aura effect. Well, first come, first serve, right? I don't think there's anything like this on the market, obviously, but honestly, I think the bleeding cannot be inflicted is the only thing that kind of matter. And yeah, you can have just one of that, maybe with another mod. This ring is very common, so there's a lot of double corruption on the market. So yeah, just even get a single corruption for bleeding cannot be inflicted on you, and you would not need to deal with bleeding, which is pretty annoying because armor does not mitigate the damage of bleeding. It is damage over time. So we get bleeding from this, and this ring, of course, just try to get the 15% roll. And yeah, the reduced reservation efficiency of skill, try to get it as low as possible, but you don't need to get the perfect one. Obviously, again, kind of like the first person to just buy something so I can choose the roll and have decent price for it. This thing cost me 50 chaos. I think the kind of like maximum or close to maximum roll on both of the reservation and the aura scaling is round about a divine on the market. The belt is just life and resistances. I have a open prefix, so I decided to slam a Elder Exalted Orb. It could have been this mod or the 10% increased life, which is going to be much better. But again, it also can be a war cry, which is basically useless. So, okay, it is a mid result. 10% life is going to be better, right? Or any roll percent life is going to be better. But yeah, I want the Stygian Vice because I want to use a jewel in here because I am lacking a little bit of intelligence, right? So right now I am having 151 intelligence. I actually want 155 intelligence, so I can actually use, no, actually 159 intelligence. So I need 8 more intelligence, so I can actually use a level 21 intelligent gems. So eventually I will just get that, maybe tweak the gear a little bit from some places. I don't know exactly where I will get it. Maybe, you know, is it okay? No, I actually still need the chaos resistant from this. I'm only having 88% chaos resistant. I mean, I can cap my chaos resistant with a flask, but I don't want to do so. Right now, without any flask effect, this is my stat, right? 67k armor, cap or resistances at 80 or above, and 1000 life regen. Pretty decent, right? So yeah, this is the belt. I would highly recommend Stygian Vice if you need some additional dexterity or intelligence. Right now, I think I am having more dexterity than I needed because the turbulence, yeah, it is a hybrid gem. Well, so maybe I can cut some dexterity somewhere. This mod might be, the dexterity in here might be completely useless, so maybe I would just do it for, just get something else on it. Gear can be improved. All right. And the last part is going to be the skill tree. The skill tree. Right now, I am still just a pure Juggernaut. I have not been exploring a lot of the options, but here. The Simulacrum, if we want to be really, really goddamn tanky, you can take the... That didn't happen. However, it kind of screw up with the jewel setup here, so probably I will not take that. But there might be a bloodline option somewhere that can be better. If you can have a better bloodline, I will just look into the bloodline and see what I can have, and I will try to test it before I recommend anything to you guys. But before that, we can just take 8 point into the Juggernaut. So Untiring is very good for a lot of regeneration or life recovery. Unbreakable is very good because we are using the Divine Flesh. So half of the elemental damage is going to be taken by Chaos, which bypass all kind of like penetration with a lot of very dangerous abilities that deals elemental damage. So Divine Flesh is very good, and it works really well with Unbreakable. We can use a rare body armor and it still gets some of the armor applies to chaos damage taken from hits, which is actually after reduction from resistant. We have 85% chaos resistant for this character currently, so the armor is going to help to mitigate some of the rest of the 15% damage that we are taking as chaos. So yeah, very, very powerful node. Works well with a body armor with relatively high armor number as well. Not the highest, but still pretty damn high. Unflinching, very obvious thing for Juggernaut. We get Endurance Charge. Generation, we get +1 maximum, and it's just really good. Endurance Charge is awesome. By the way, Unrelenting is not actually as good as you might think it is. Right now, my character, I have 8 endurance charges. And that is with a corruption from the Oroth. By the way, you don't need the Oroth to have +1 maximum. I just got this one like literally before this freaking video, because I was corrupting like probably close to 80 something Oroth by myself, because this boots, nobody is using it, but I'm using it. So I just basically buy everything on the market that is like 10 chaos or less. Right now, you check on the market, a uncorrupted one should worth round about, yeah, anything around 10 chaos or more. But everything that is 10 chaos or less, I basically buy them all out, like literally to the last couple of minutes ago from recording this video. And I corrupted them, and finally I hit a +1 maximum endurance charges. So yeah, it's something nice. This actually allowed me to drop the anoint for vigor here, because technically I actually don't scale that much on endurance charges. I survived really well already with 7, so I would just drop this one, and I think I will add Whisper of Doom to the build, and therefore I can also use punishment into the actual setup. Punishment is going to make enemy deal 10% less damage, which is way freaking stronger than 1 endurance charges. And also it makes enemies take like a lot, like 60% more damage when they are on low life, which overall in the grand scheme of things is around 30% more damage for the build. So that will be the next upgrade as well. And yeah, overall, very nice boots. I don't think anyone used it. It is the only way that I think that I can get like permanent or almost permanent adrenaline on this build. While mapping it feels really good, because without adrenaline, I don't have 25% movement speed. Adrenaline gives 100% increased global damage, 25% attack, cast, and movement speed, which is insane, and 10% physical damage reduction, insane as well. So in total, this boost is giving me 45% movement speed, which is basically better than any 35% pair. So without this boost, you might want to use, say, for tanky purposes, you can use the Relicash Impatient. The Frenzy version is fine because you want the maximum Frenzy charge, so you have more damage. It is just a more multiplier, it gives you more damage. You don't care about the Endurance because you already generate Endurance very goddamn quickly and all the time, so that is not a problem. So you want the Frenzy version and get more damage, and you get Corrupted but Immune from there as well, which is saving 3 points. I am having this duel purely for Corrupted Blood Immune. So on the skill tree, this is a left side heavy skill tree, but mostly actually middle side heavy. So I would talk about this last. This is the like coup de grace to the setup, basically. So we are having, first of all, the Divine Flash area. So Divine Flash, if you get the Glorious Vanity of Siwakwa, I am having the number 3463. You don't need this exact number, but again, first come, first serve. I kind of like creating this setup, so I have the privilege to choose the number first. So don't try to get the exact number. It's going to be insanely freaking expensive, because the Timeless Jewel, again, there's not like many of the same number in a league. So just find one with, I would say, one row with physical damage leech as live. This is pretty good. An extra layer of recovery, and it enable, maybe if you can, the damage while leeching from the gloves. You can craft that for a little bit more damage. So one of that, and then as many of the maximum chaos resistant as possible. That is the most important. Each node of this is going to give you a lot of extra tankiness, because again, you take a lot of damage as chaos damage. So that is very good. This one also give me life here, 6% with some regen, and I will eventually take this point as well. 1.8% life is really good. The leech with attack doesn't do anything, but you know, it's still very good. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 very nice node here, and even the small nodes, right? Global Phys, really good. Increased fire, this is the useless one. Lightning Rest, really good. Cold Rest, really good. And Spell Suppress, which is, you know, kind of whatever, but still. And we get to a Cluster Jewel. The Cluster Jewel should be a 35% increase effect of small nodes, and maybe you get Master of the Fundamental like I do, which is this node. so it gives a little bit of elemental resistance. But I think Battle Harden is going to be the better node. It also gives 35% increased physical damage, but it also gives you 30% armor. We have enough resistance, at least I have enough resistance in my setup. I can totally just balance it out, and yeah, even I lose just 10% all rest, I will still be capping on all of my resistance at 81 and 80%. So yeah, that can be, you know, a change, but I don't think we will need to change that. And ideally, I think attribute or intelligence is going to be a good addition to the cluster, so it will help you with your requirement. So this is a source that you can get quite a bit of attribute for the attribute requirement, especially intelligence, right? Live here, agnostic, so we remove all the ES, so we don't need to worry about it at all. If you have like anything less than 200 ES, this kind of doesn't matter as well. But it feels kind of good to see 0 out of 0 here for me, so I will always take it. This is Purity of the Flesh for just life, chaos resist, really nice, right? And Sovereignty here allow me to be able to run 2 auras, so Pride and Determination. Normally these two cost 50% reservation, so if you just use the 2, it should be enough. However, first of all, we kind of want a little bit left over, so we can use a low level Vitality, so it will be benefiting on from the Watcher's Eye here. Life per enemy hit by Vitality, that is really good, right? I also have the Determination mod, which is kind of whatever. I think the Pride mod for increased global physical damage is going to be better, but this one is pretty cheap when I got it, so I just got this one, right? And yeah, Sovereignty, it counteract the Will of Unator Ring as well. This thing get reduced reservation efficiency of skill. Reduced. So it actually costs more to reserve. So with all of the reduce here and increase here, right now, my 2 auras is costing 46% mana, and then I can run a level 2, maybe level 3 Vitality. With all the increased level 2 gems that I got, it gets to level 4 here. So it's just enough, right? I think I can get +1 level, but it doesn't matter. And the down part, the part here, we are getting some regen, really nice. Life resist, obviously we get endurance charge where we can. And this is armor mastery, really good because 30% extra damage from critical. This is 30%. If you have 7 or above endurance charges, with this mod on the body armor, you are immune to crit damage, basically. So that is really good. Not immune to crit damage, but you know, you take no extra damage from crit. So it is like a normal hit. And yeah, this and the body armor is perfect together. That is why I kind of just need to have 7 endurance charges. So 8 is redundant, therefore I don't need the Anoint anymore, therefore I can get Whisper of Doom here for additional curse. So, Impossible Escape here around the Avatar Fire. I got this one here, which is pretty good as well. This allow me to get all the nodes in here, so without any travel point, I can get the +1 max rest here, the life point here, the 40% physical damage, which is pretty efficient for 1 point, and then I can have the 2% all maximum resistance. This is really nice. But I decided to get the 2 connection point here anyway, because I want the cannot be impaled mastery. I think this one is pretty substantial. You will notice that you will no longer get destroyed in some like random automatum or simulacrum encounter. That is because of reflect. Reflect is actually true damage, or you know, yeah, it kind of is true damage. It is physical damage, but it doesn't care about mitigation. It is reflected damage, so it just bypassed mitigation. So it is very annoying. So cannot be impaled is really good, right? And last but not least, le coup de grace of this particular freaking setup. So I am going around this area. This is just, again, increased physical damage, which is pretty good. And I am having this Light of Meaning in this area. So it gives bonuses to all the passive skill that I am taking in this area, which is a lot, right? So we have, say, 6% Phys, 6%. 6%, this got +6, so 14 plus 20, right? +6 to equals 20. Sorry. Speaking is hard. This as well. So all the life point here also got like physical damage. It also affect the points in here, 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 here. Yeah, just a lot of physical damage. And this is the new addition to this league. Foulborn Might of the Meek. Now this is insanely good on this particular area. Because this compared to the normal version I believe is a large radius, which means it actually delete the constitution, which is a really strong node. It delete the reflexes as well. It kind of doesn't matter, but you know, it's still, it deletes basically a lot of the freaking notable in the area, just like this too, right? So this one is a lot better. It is also 50, it's not 50% increase, but it is 75% increase. So we have a lot of physical damage from this area again. Really nice, right? Any point we take in this area is going to give us extra physical damage because it multiply with the increased physical damage from the Light of Meaning. And then, of course, last but not least, Foulborn Unnatural Instinct. You can use the normal one as well. I think the normal one might be a little bit better, actually. So if we do the normal Unnatural Instinct, I will just switch to the normal one. We will still have movement speed, attack and cast speed from here, and we lose the yeah, maybe 2 point. I will take this 2 point instead, so I still get the spell damage. But yeah, this gives quite a lot of physical damage, right? You can see 142% from all the nodes inside this area. So yeah, I will just switch into a normal Unnatural Instinct. This is more expensive than the normal one, by the way. Before I actually do this, and I found, you know, in the end, this is not as good as this, at least from my build, from my specific setup. So this is better. And in this area, the Foulborn Unnatural Instinct actually get you the movement speed node here as well. 5% freaking movement speed for one small node and 10% damage. Insanely good, right? So yeah, this is already like a pretty long video. I think I have went through everything that you need to know about the current setup of the build. Again, this is not final setup. This is not like really expensive setup at all. This is like a mid-budget for the character. It already can AFK Simulacrum. A little bit slow, not gonna lie, but again, we can still have like a lot of extra damage in the build. We can have an additional curse, which is at least 30% damage. We can have more corruption level because the body armor here is super freaking easy to get, right? So this literally is just a body armor that comes from the tree, 6-link. And it is a base that I think is okay. This is like the second best base for armor. Obviously, the best base is going to be better, but I don't think a little bit of armor is going to change a lot, so I'm okay with it. I am having these two bases as well, just drop from the tree. So it have physical damage reduction. This is really good, right? So I just need to spam an essence. Let me see if I have any of the essences left. I think I do, right? Oh, it is this one. So I only have one essence. So what we will do is we will just need to what is the lucky one? 11% or 6%. Oh, let's just do this one, all right? All red. And yeah, it basically just like this. You just spam a couple of essences. It costs like a 6-7 chaos per essence, and eventually when you hit a big life roll or like a decent armor or things like that, then you can feel free to just, you know, craft another modifier and just be done with it. There is no really like big secret on crafting his body armor at all. I am not really a good crafter in POE1 at all. I just know some basic stuff and I just do the basic stuff basically. So yeah, same for the gloves. One fractured probably should be live. Maybe you can do like a big chaos resistant, but live I think is much cheaper. So just get a fractured live and then just use a couple of essences on it with the more damage over time, which is actually this essence of hysteria. So used it, and eventually you will get, is it the essence of hysteria? Gloves. No, it's not. It is this one. Okay. It is the essence of delirium, not hysteria. So delirium, gloves, socket gem deals 30% more damage over time. So you can use it, and yeah, you have a gloss like this. So that is everything I want to share in this video. I will continue to play this build. Obviously, like, this has been my favorite build for the past 4 leagues already. And yeah, it's always fun to just AFK in Simulacrum, doing something on the side. I'm a big fan of this playstyle, so I will continue to do it. This league, by the way, with the Foulborn uniques and with, you know, the new abilities, new support gems, and also the Grafts, and also the Bloodline, there's so many freaking possibility for new build, for other builds that I really want to try. So yeah, maybe I'll play this for a couple more days, try to see how far I can go. Maybe we'll get lucky with a like voice drop or something. Yeah, for example, this one, if I identify this, it'll be a 1 passive voice. Okay, it's 5 passive, which is, yeah, basically nothing. Yeah, it could be 1, right? So eventually when we make, you know, half decent money, or when we are bored with, you know, the game, then yeah, we can move on to something else. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you find this in any way, shape, or form helpful or interesting. And yeah, I will see you in the next videos. Bye, guys. Peace.